Summer's over, but we're going all oceany today anyway. This is the Nikonos II, and it's the newest camera in my collection. I don't actually do any underwater photography, and I'm not planning on it, but I got it because it's one of the few cameras that can shoot unperforated film. And in this video, I'll show you the usual stuff about how all the controls feel and everything. But that'll pretty much be it, because I haven't even used it. So overall build quality is really great. It's very, very rugged feeling and very simple. And size and weight is kind of on the large and chunky side. I guess it had to be like that so you could water seal it. Compared to another Nikon, the Nikon F, it's quite a bit shorter, but it's pretty much the same height, and it's actually pretty kind of a chunky camera front to back as far as a viewfinder camera goes. And so the shutter, I guess I'll show you that. It's like one of the weirdest shutter designs ever, I think. So there's a little lock here that you swing up, so you can trigger the shutter, which is it's triggered by the film advance lever. So you push this in, and that takes the photo, and then when you let go, the film advance lever comes out, so you can advance it. That's the weirdest shutter button and film advance I've ever seen, but it's really cool and works nicely, I guess. I don't know how it works underwater. Maybe you have to. Why do they do that? I don't know. Whatever. It's really weird. But that just sort of goes with the overall weirdness of this camera. Look at this weird shape. Anyhow, so I'll do the shutter again just so you can hear it more. It's actually pretty cool because it's a vertical travel metal shutter. I don't really know any other viewfinder cameras off the top of my head that have a vertical focal plane shutter. And the film advance, it sounds great, I think, and it's really short. The throw is really short. But there's lots of weird stuff going on in this camera. So I guess unusual film advance and shutter is, just part of the overall feel of the camera. The viewfinder on mine is totally hazy and fogged, but it's kind of like the same size as most of the other point and shoot cameras. The eye relief is really pretty bad. You really have to move your eye around to see all the corners and edges. But I think once I get it cleaned up, it'll be alright. They also have an accessory V Finder for the 35 and 80mm lenses, and it's really hard to slide it into the shoe. It's super, super tight. Let's see if I can actually get it in there. Come on. I think I was the first person to ever put the viewfinder on this camera because I scratched up the hot shoe, but whatever. So the viewfinder this way, I actually like it pretty well. The inside frame is for the 80, this outside frame is for the 35. This is, I think, completely viable, weird option to take photos when you're, not in the water. This is definitely a conversation starter. Okay, so anyhow, let's get this off. Come on. Okay. Oh god. We're gonna scratch it up again or what? Come on. Go, let go. Okay. Yeah. Anyhow. The shutter button. The shutter dial. This one, it's kind of rubbery. It's like when you go back and forth, you can feel the rubber O-ring inside the dial. There's a lot of space in between each shutter speed. I guess that's to help you select the right one when you're underwater. The detents aren't actually that crisp. They're precise and they're clicky, but it's kind of lighter than I would have expected. I guess that's just because of the rubber O-ring inside the mechanism. But it's pretty tight, nice and tight. A little dry feeling. Maybe if I put a little grease in there or something, it'll smoothen out. And let's see. So, the next thing, the film rewind crank. You gotta set the shutter speed dial to R to do the rewind. But this crank is one of the new things upgraded from the original Nikonos and Calypso camera. So you pull up on this crank and it has to go all the way up. And then I think, there's a certain point or something where it just sort of stays up. Oh, there it goes. So you can't push it down while you're rewinding it. So you can go like that and not scratch up the top or, whatever. And then to make it go down again, you have to go counterclockwise a little bit. And I think, and then should go down at some point. Cranking on clockwise. Oh. And then goes yeah, there it goes. Okay, counterclockwise. Kind of an awkward design. I'm not sure exactly why sometimes it doesn't stay up, or why sometimes when you go counterclockwise it doesn't let you go down. It's a little bit awkward, I guess. Maybe I just haven't figured it out just yet. So if I actually ever do figure out the rewind crank situation in the future, I'll let you know. So the lens, these knobs on the sides, this controls the aperture. It's very rubbery, kind of. You can feel it recoil a little bit when you go in the other direction and let go of it. But the clicks are pretty good, actually. They're light. They're on the light side, and they're not very firm, but they're precise and kind of clicky. I don't really like how the distance between the detents is on these kinds of lenses. Makes it harder to get the ones where the lens is more wide open. But yeah, it's pretty cool how the depth of field markers changes depending on the aperture. And then this is for the focusing. You can see that the distance changes in that little window, and it's a scale focus camera. It's not a rangefinder, and so you have to estimate how far things away, just like the Rolly 35 or the Olympus pens that I showed you before. And this is really smooth. It's a great feel. You can take off these knobs like that. It's not locked into place or anything, but they stay in place. Nicely. So that's pretty much it for the exterior of the camera, I guess. So I'll show you how to take off the back. It's actually really cool. So these strap lugs, they have a little elbow right here. You put them on the sides like this, and it opens up like a can opener. It's really neat. Oh wait, I forgot. You have to take the lens off first. So twist it off, going up, and then pop it out. You can see the O-ring there. And then now you can take off the top. So put up the can opener thingies there, push down, and then poof, there it goes. So you can see the film pressure plate flips up like that, and there's something in there, down there. And you can also see that the film take-up spool stuff, there are no sprockets here. So this is what lets you shoot unperforated film. There are also some small problems with your frames overlapping that they solved in the Nikonos II, which does have the bumps to shoot perforated film, but we'll find out. I'll find out if I have any overlapping problems, frame overlapping problems. Oh, this thingy here, it's a nice springy film canister catch. And yeah, there's a frame cam on the bottom that you can see through the window down here. And that's really basically it for this camera. So, really unique camera that I guess would be pretty cool to use underwater if I scuba dived, which I don't. To put it on, there are these like little pins. There's like these little screw head thingies that line up with the little notch inside the mount. So put it on like that, press it down, let it twist, and then it sets into the little bump right there. So won't come off like that. This is really, really unique, interesting camera. Very simple and basic features. But I guess that basicness sort of means that you can I mean, I don't know what I'm saying, but whatever. It's a cool camera. Get one. If you need something for taking pictures underwater, I'm sure it'll be great. If you need something that'll shoot unperforated film, even better, because there's so few of them out there. And so whatever. Cool camera. Have fun with one. Go do something fun and cool with it. I don't know. Whatever. Bye.